Today we're talking about the favourite game that we played in August.
Hi there, I'm Julian and this is Libby and we are from BoxedMeeples. You can see us right here on YouTube but also on Instagram and Twitter. So what games did we like best in August?
I had a play of Foundations of Rome. We had some people come round and one of our friends kickstarted it, so he had the massive box with all the buildings in it, lovely game trays that keep every little players in their slots, and it was just I wasn't sure that it was going to be a game for me, so it's one that I didn't kickstart even though it looks amazing, the buildings look amazing. I thought, I'm not sure if the gameplay is going to be quite what the type of things that I normally like, but I actually really enjoyed the game, and maybe the surprise of how much I liked it, maybe that's why it's sort of become the game of the month. It's so fun trying to sort of get your little buildings out there, and it visually looks amazing, and whether you can get some of the special buildings that do all these different bits and pieces and trying to place next to the right types of buildings so you're getting the right points or the right money that you need as you go along. It's a fun little puzzle. It has a little bit of a higher player count. Some games of a similar nature tend to stop at 4, so it was good that one went to 5, and just the buildings are amazing.
Yeah, it was really nice to kind of look over the board and see how Rome had kind of developed. It felt very much like, they're the side streets that's leading to the fountains and the Colosseums. It wasn't the game I was expecting it to be at all. It was much more of a puzzle than I thought it would be more confrontational. You'd be fighting to control Rome, but it's very much working out what's the best use of your cards, what's the best use of available resources on the board, and where are you going to put your buildings to kind of maximise your return on points. So
yeah, when you need to cash in to get more money, that was key.
It was a lot of fun, and not what I expected. And wow, that's one lavish production, and
it really is. Yeah,
just clear some space on the shelves if we ever wanted to get our own copy of that. It's huge. My game of the month is Lords of Vegas. Now, this has been a game that's been on my radar for a while, mainly because we are going to Vegas soon, and I'd searched for different Vegas-based games, and I'd heard about this one. And it's kind of got a bit of a cult following. There's some people who seem to really adore this game. And it's been out of print for a while. I mean, to get our own copy of this, we'd be spending over £100 likely on eBay. We actually got a copy of this from a rental service, which we have here in the UK, so we're really lucky to get our hands on it. The game itself is an interesting blend of kind of gambling, pushing your luck, almost kind of area control. So you're basically competing to build casinos on the Strip in Las Vegas, and to do this you're drawing cards to then get basically ownership of certain land plots, and then eventually having enough money to then put casinos on there, and hoping that on future card draws the card type that's drawn is casinos that you control, because it's not good enough having just a big casino there if you're the boss. So you want to be taking the money from that casino and also being in charge, because being in charge gets you the victory points and having a bigger casino gets you the money. And we had a lot of kind of toing and throwing, competing between who owns the biggest casino on there. No, that's big victory points.
I had a lot of money, so every time Julian got himself to be back to be the boss again, I just spent out again to re-roll and become the boss. And it's all, I really like how you're trying to work out which ones are going to pay out when, depending on which cards have been drawn. But you have the option to just remodel and change it up. So if you're sort of going for something early doors and then you're realising, I don't think it's going to actually pay out much more towards the end, you can just remodel it.
Yeah, it's really good how you lay the cards out, and there's a finite amount of each suit potentially in the game, but there's a quarter of the deck that may never be drawn. So the theme of gambling really runs through this game, because you're working out the odds of something coming up that you are taking control of, or whether you're just going to wipe out that go. There's a chance of that one last card coming. It's time to change this casino completely. I felt there's so many different things to think about as we were playing this. And there's always a chance of, I've got no money, let's just gamble and hope that I'm going to steal yours. Yeah, really, really fun game. I've given up hopes of ever getting our own copy of this because obviously very, very expensive to get. But so pleased that we have played it.
Yeah, and I think it could definitely get sort of quite raucous and fun, and oh, you've taken my casino, with like, especially with a higher player count. It's a lot of fun.
So we were only playing at 2, so it was competitive between us, but I can just think of so many Lords of Vegas.
It would
be get a lot more
even more fun, I think. Yeah, no, it had a great time playing that. I was pleasantly surprised by that one as well.
So if you've just discovered us through some sort of random YouTube algorithm, we post 2 videos on YouTube every single week, all board game related. So do subscribe if you like what we're doing and ring the bell for notifications.
If you have any thoughts on either of these games or the favourite game that you played in August, please do let us know in the comments. We love to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
And you'll see us next month where we're talking about our favourite game in September.